My name's Mikaela.
And I'm Sarah.
So for homeschooling when I was younger, sort of the routine that I can remember, and I mean it was quite a long time ago now, is that I think we sort of got up when we were ready, and I think being young, you kind of naturally didn't sleep in that long. So I don't know, maybe 7 or 8, we'd get up and get started in the day, have brekkie, get dressed, do chores and that sort of thing. Go out, feed the guinea pigs, whatever it was. And then my older sister, she would like to get up at about 4 a.m, get all of her homeschooling done and then be done by like 8 o'clock when we were just starting. But we would get started for the day, start with something, say math, and then we always had the routine of about 10 o'clock was snack plate time. So we would run to the kitchen and we'd get our snack plate made, and then it was backyard science time. So we'd go, we'd flick on the TV and we'd watch backyard science. Definite highlight of homeschooling life. And then once I was back to homeschooling after being in school from year 6 to year 11-ish, after I left school mid-year 11, routine was, I think I'd probably get up in the morning. At the time I was doing an open uni's like bridging course to get me into uni. So it was like an alternative to doing the HSC, which was just the best thing ever. It was a 13-week course, really easy, and got me in. So routine was, I'd get up, have brekkie, get started for the day, and then, often I'd do an hour and then I'd go to the beach for like half the day and maybe come back and do a little bit more, maybe not. At that time of my life, my workload was really low. So I had a lot of time to kind of enjoy being outside and just kind of doing the relaxing things that I really enjoyed, going on bike rides, just enjoying other things. And then once uni started, that's when things kind of kicked up a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like my routine changed so much when I was younger, particularly because I have 3 older siblings as well. And so a lot of it would kind of revolve around them because we'd do a lot of things together, whether that's like read alouds or I'd do learning my Latin with my brother or things like that. And so when I was younger, it was a lot more kind of working around the family a little bit more. Although I was definitely the annoying sister who would get up really early, get everything done, and be like, Mum, I'm done. And my brother would be just getting out of bed, super annoyed. But yeah. So it was a little bit different, a little bit quicker when I was younger. There was less work to do. It was just a lot simpler. But yeah, as I got older, things took a little bit more time. But it was what I really, really loved was there was a lot more flexibility in my day. So sometimes I could do a piano lesson at like 12 p.m. and go out with Mum and do that, or dance and things like that. So that was really nice, the flexibility within my week as well. And then similar to Mikaela, I did a bridging course going over before uni, which is really nice. It wasn't too overwhelming. It was a similar kind of workload that wasn't crazy, and it got me into uni, which is a win.
Yeah.
So
get to enjoy the little things in life, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Versus doing a HSC, which would have taken me a year. This took me 13 weeks.
Yes.
I did it with Jono. We did it together at the same time.
Good.
It was so easy.
Actually, I'm thinking maybe I did mine through South Australia uni or something. Anyway, it was, you didn't need anything to get into it.
Yeah. My favourite tradition was backyard science. 10 o'clock, snack plate, backyard science. Just doesn't get any better. What I really liked, and I guess it wasn't a tradition or anything like that, but I think Mum was quite relaxed, and this is 6 to 11-year-old me remembering this, but I just remember there never being like a lot of pressure, and it was sort of like I could do things at my own pace, and if I was good at something then great, keep going. If I wasn't so good at something then there wasn't a massive pressure to be excellent at it. Like I still had to do stuff that I wasn't good at, but it was kind of like it was a bit more relaxed around that sort of thing, and that was something that I really loved about homeschooling.
I think one of my favourite parts of the day was always read aloud time, because it was, you get to kind of do whatever you want. My mum reads. So I would do a lot of art, or I'd braid my sister's hair. We've got a visitor.
Hello. Hop off.
So that was really fun. Brother would probably be playing Lego or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was always a really fun, kind of relaxing time.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed.
Remove a kitten.
So cute.
And you go.
What do you think, Nick?
I definitely would. I mean, I think depends on the kid, but I kind of think like what kid wouldn't like homeschooling? I'm sure there's some out there, but with homeschooling, it's so versatile. Like if you've got a kid that wants to be surrounded by a ton of people, then there's homeschool groups to facilitate that. If they're not, if they don't love that, then you can put them in their room.
Hopefully not.
No, not their room. But yeah, I definitely would, but it's not just up to me, I guess. I've got Noah to consider.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm similar. I would definitely consider it if it works with lifestyle. And if they really wanted to, I always had the choice growing up if I wanted to go to school, but I never wanted to. So yeah, I think I would definitely, it would be different for every child, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would really love to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would always get that. Do you have friends? And I'd be
Yeah.
like, are you not my friend? I wouldn't say that, but get that a lot.
Yeah. Do you have friends was a big one, as well as like you're out at the shops and, you know, the cashier's like, why aren't you in school today? And you're like, I'm in school. Leave me alone. I don't know. That was probably the main ones, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people were curious about the uni thing as well. So I think that came when I got older.
Yeah.
That came into play a lot more.
Yeah, the questions change, I think, as you get a bit older.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
people see that you turned out all right.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I've had someone test me math times tables.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
I won't
horrible.
name names, but
I wouldn't be good at that.
yeah. I loved math, so I was like, yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if I wish anything was different. Maybe if I was to relive it now and see it through my eyes, I'd be like, maybe I would do that different. But I overall had a really good experience with it and loved the flexibility. So yeah, I think from what I can recall, I probably wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, similarly. There's nothing that stands out at all.
Hey, Mum. You did a really good job. I definitely didn't do more
I
hours.
think that's a rare one. I
Yeah.
don't hear that. Yeah, often because you cut a lot of time with, you know, keeping up with lots of people in the classroom, so you get things done quickly.
Yeah.
And one-on-one attention as well, which if you have a question, you get it answered.
I feel like my experience was a bit different. It was that Holly and I were kind of like doing homeschool life together, and we'd be like, yeah, I reckon that's enough for the day. Sign ourselves off and go play on the trampoline. I think I have one homeschooling friend, it's you.
That's so funny.
But same with school. I haven't stayed in contact with anyone
Yeah.
from school, so it might just be my personality.
Yeah. I definitely had people who, I have one friend who we were friends before she homeschooled, and then she ended up homeschooling. We're still in touch. And then had another friend who went to school, homeschooled for a bit, and then went back to school. So yeah, in that sense, and you, of course.
Thank you.
I think I just had a very relaxed life, which I think did me 1,000 head starts and benefits to
Yeah.
me. And not comparison growing up, I think was really, really nice. Yeah, and a lot of time, just like very time rich
Yeah.
to create and spend time making cakes on Christmas, or little traditions that we had, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah. I think as well, like a really good relationship with siblings, because we were in it together. We weren't, you know, separate at school, and then we'd see each other at night. We'd see each other all throughout the day, and I'm really close to my siblings now. So I think that was a really great thing about being homeschooled. Yes. Well, a whole lot of free time. Yes.
Yeah.
This was kind of when we were probably, for my family, we were maybe like a little bit older, still not that old, I don't know, maybe 10 or something. And Mum kind of let us do our own thing a little bit. She would be working in the office, we would be doing our own thing. So we would choose to have a lot of free time, but we never didn't know what to do. Oh, God. we would always fill it. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't have the farm life, but I did have a brother who wanted to make movies anytime we had a free moment. So yeah, we would definitely fill the time for all sorts of creative endeavours.
Yeah. I think I only had a short high school homeschooling experience, because I did a bridging course which was about 13 weeks, and then I got straight into uni. So it was really quite short. And there were some really great times. Like, we were living at a good house where I could go on lots of bike rides, and I can go out and hang out with friends, and so I really enjoyed it. But then I loved when I was younger, and I'd be able to go out and play with all the animals and stuff like that. So I don't know, I think there were really good things in both.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to relive little me's life though. I reckon it would be a good time.
Yeah, I think that's a tricky one too, because I loved growing up when I was younger. It was really, really fun. But yeah, when I got older, it was a different dynamic because of all the people. I had a lot of friends who went to school, and so they were all kind of, there was a lot of drama going on. I didn't really have much drama in my life, and they were all stressed about the HSC or about this and that. And so it was a bit different. I felt a little, a little bit removed there. But I also loved it that I wasn't going through all of that. So yeah, I couldn't pick one, but yeah, very different.
Honestly, I don't really remember doing all that much when I was younger. I did go to school for a couple of years. Again, didn't do that much. And then getting into uni, there's like, if that's what you want to do, there are so many different paths other than the HSC. So if the HSC isn't for you and you don't really want to stress yourself out through that, if it's for you, great. If not, there's heaps of other ways to get into uni. So I think that would be my encouragement if you're someone that wants to go down that path. There's lots of other ways, and my way was not hard at all. It was really relaxing.
Yeah. For sure. I think also that there actually is no right way to do it.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. You're different than the person next to you doing it. And so I don't think trying to get it perfect, because as well as the child's growing at the same time as you're learning, so things are going to adjust and change, and so there's no perfect way to do it.